is a pain in the butt. You hit your ball in the trees and then you lip out the putt. But if you've got a little time, then come and spend it with us. 'Cause now you're listening to the Rough Cut.
Hello, and welcome down to another episode of the Rough Cut Golf Podcast. And boy, oh boy, have we a bumper episode for you today, recounting a historic weekend in professional golf, why club manufacturers are just plain lying to you, and catching up with an old friend live from the scene of another historic Rory victory. Boy, oh boy, strap yourselves in, tighten your headphones, and drive safe. Wherever you are, this is going to get very real very quickly. Gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
not too bad.
had to strap myself down so the wind didn't take me away, but I'm here.
Yeah. We just had a lesson on how the not only are the club manufacturers lying to you, but apparently the weatherman's lying to us as well, Pete. Is that right?
Yeah, weatherman's lying as well.
We had a warning to screw down everything that you own, and you prepare to just eat beans because all the shops are going to be blown away because we were going to have like 80-mile-an-hour winds. And Pete said, "No, that's a load of nonsense."
We're not. It's just. Okay, I'm going to slightly off golf topic now because you've angered me.
How long are we in?
You've angered. Basically, all it is like when they say Britain is due to be bashed by 80-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah,
it is going to be windy. There's no doubt. I've checked the forecast and it's gusts up to about 50 in Manchester.
Yeah, my ladder fell over in my garden,
which is a lot.
Yeah.
Why have you ladder up without no?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
that's just about housekeeping. That's not about the weather. Put your ladder away.
It's now in the outdoor cupboard. All right?
Unbelievable. You got an outdoor cupboard, a shed.
No.
Wow, how middle class are you?
It's very middle class.
Wow, so you don't have a shed.
It's in the outdoor cupboard.
I have an outdoor cupboard.
It's attached to the house. So it's not a shed.
But there's what are they? Steppy sky steps. Called ladders, mate. Yeah, put them in the outdoor cupboard, please. Anyway, so when Britain says it's going to be bashed by 80-mile-an-hour winds, what the weatherman is actually saying that in Stornoway, like in the middle of the North Sea, literally millions of miles away from anywhere, the weather is rough out there anyway.
Yeah,
that's where they take the reading from. So people in London can be like, "Oh no, oh it's going to get windy, oh no."
And if you live in Stornoway and you listen to the podcast, thanks so much. Comment below.
I would love it.
How are you doing out there?
Now they are good. They would look at that forecast and go, "Oh, that's a Monday."
Yeah. They're like, "Oh, looks great. Let's see if I can book a tea time."
Oh, bracing.
Summer's day.
Yeah, by the way, it'd be great if you're watching this on YouTube, you got down to the comments, let us know where you are listening from, or please just let us know in the Discord. You can find out how to join that Discord in the description if you're watching on YouTube. If not, you can go to.
I mean, you could go to our Instagram.
Go to our Instagram.
You could just message one of us.
Where else, mate? Where else can we go?
You can go to the Twitter. You could go to our MySpace.
Oh yeah,
we're available on Bebo. If you see one of us pop up on MSN, just give us a message.
Yeah.
Carry a pigeon.
We'll all put our BBM pins down below.
Oh my God, yes.
If you actually want to find us, just ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
Okay. He will be able to locate us.
The local Herald and Bard are both working for us now, so they'll tell you lots of things about how to contact us. Join the Discord, it's way good.
Yeah.
It is very good.
Yeah, it's sick in there.
Way good, yeah.
You get discussions like this. Way good discussions.
Sick in it.
An American viewer from the Discord said, we have a ideas and suggestions channel, so if you think of something that would be interesting to see on the podcast or on any of the other channels, you can pop it in there and we'll look at it. Yeah. Someone said replace the word sick with the word rad. Okay. So from now on, everything's rad.
No,
yeah.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just one episode.
And you're only allowed to wear Vans to the office.
See this thing, like people who say rad are sunning themselves on a beach in California.
That's correct.
It has been freezing this week in Manchester.
Oh. Yeah. So therefore we have to bring California here by saying rad. Thank you.
We were out in the snow filming these drivers.
We were.
That was not rad.
No, it was cold.
Well, we'll be there soon, so maybe just get in the mood.
This is very true. We are going to be heading over there very.
You're wearing your California jumper today as well.
Yeah,
that's quite rad.
I did go.
Well done. It's very good.
I did go very fully tourist when I was in California late last year. Yeah. I was like place we visited, I was like, I'm going to get an item of clothing from them.
I did notice that you've been wearing that to the office a lot, like just new ones all the time.
Yeah.
And
Showing off.
if you're not watching on YouTube, you should pop over to YouTube because Peter's wearing 3 different shades of green. He looks like the kind of modern day roadman Robin Hood.
I'm just, I've just been so sick of seeing the snow on the ground. I'm like, you know what? I'm bringing green back.
You're like Justin Timberlake of green.
Everyone knows I'm a fashion icon now, so I'm bringing green back. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Don't think they would have sold many records, that one.
Talking about
fashion.
talking about fashion icons. First, a little bit of news.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods. Now, Tiger Woods has said, well, Tiger Woods has said, and Nike said, goodbye.
Yeah.
They've shaken hands and said, listen, it's been a great 30 years, but it's time to go our separate ways and on to pastures new. Mm-hmm. It's been a very tearful farewell. You know, I'm sure there was a big golden handshake in there somewhere, but Tiger Woods has basically walked away and said, I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to create a negative space logo, which looks roughly like a tiger, call it Sunday Red, and make the bazillions.
Yes. And the reason we found this out is because Taylormade filed for the patent for sun. Sun and day are technically 2 separate words in this new logo, in this new trademark. Sun, day, red. Three separate words. Which I think is quite cool because Tiger is known for Sunday Red. However, it doesn't mean he's going to wear red all 4 days of a tournament now.
Nah.
He's got
Thursday red.
He's got to get to Sunday.
Yeah.
Right. And
If
then
he
he can
gets
wear
there.
it.
He's not going to wear any clothes until that point.
He will cause quite a stir because I'll dress the same.
Millions of middle-aged golfers dressing to match Tiger. Oh God, can you imagine?
Sort of green with the wooden toggles.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay,
We don't reference a night tale quite enough on this.
We
It's too Lord of the Rings.
Do you know what? That took me a while to actually get.
I pointed at you twice as well. You didn't
Yeah, that's actually disgraceful.
Yeah, Kieran's favourite thing.
Because I didn't know. You don't say in the right
didn't see it
context.
coming.
It's all right.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. We did pre-warn you.
So yes, Taylormade, which was our prediction to begin with, to be honest, when Tiger said that, well, when the news came out that Nike was stopping making golf apparel, our prediction was that Taylormade were going to do something with Tiger because he's been their club manufacturer for a while, and they're not going to want to lose him. So, and they've got the guap for it, so they've fronted the cash and they've plumped up for this new brand. What do you think of the logo?
I don't like it.
They're like skeletal.
It's not grabbing me at the minute.
Yeah, I don't
no.
like it.
It does look like the Tiger has not had a square meal
Yeah.
for quite some time.
Well, that makes sense.
It's a bit of an anemic tiger.
Yeah, it looks like it's either running towards like a little fallow deer that it's seen, or it's kind of stretched out on the grass and it's given up. Because
Could you imagine they drew it and it gave it like a crap gammy leg at the back that's just to match up with Tiger, just can't walk.
or it just like it had that Tiger logo and it was chasing like a standard PGA Tour pro. God, it's like, I'm coming for you, boys.
I saw
Wait
this
for
thing.
me.
Yeah, I saw this thing all over social last week that he was wearing like Travis Matthews. Did anyone see that?
Yeah,
Like
he was carrying
some stuff.
yeah, he was carrying a pile of clothes and it had the.
And they like paused it and like zoomed in and,
And
they were like,
was
oh my
it?
God.
Yeah, everyone was like going mental over it. What was you saying about the fact that if you flip over the Travis Matthew logo, then it would be like the W for
W for
Woods, and then
Wilson.
the T would be like for Tiger.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it'd be like it looked like
You can
quite,
see the Travis Matthews range just being the Travis Matthews
it
logo,
would
but
blend
upside
in
down.
like super seamlessly.
Oh, that would have been so.
But then
good.
there was
that would have
like-
been rad.
Yeah, but there
That
was
would've been
an
rad.
announcement. Travis Matthews did put an announcement out. I don't know if you saw
Oh,
that.
did they? Oh, no, I
like
didn't
a
know.
little announcement for like a new range. So
they
not
just
giving
get on.
anything away. So I don't know.
Whoever was running the Travis Matthews propaganda campaign was also like dropping Tiger chatting to players who wore Taylor Matthews, like pictures.
It's
And
just
it was
Kev.
like him chatting to her.
It's
and
just
then-
Kev.
Yeah.
Kev's there.
It
Just like,
feels like a very dangerous topic for us to like keep on with fashion and golf clothing at the minute. Pete got a little bit of stick last week from.
yeah, did you see that from Kieran?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
It
I
was
did see
good,
it,
wasn't it, to
yeah.
be there, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
great.
good.
Well done, Kieran Golf
Well done.
Hipster. That was
Well, this is-
it was exactly what we wanted when we mentioned
My-
people on the podcast.
I think my point was, and this goes back to like a little bit of Nike as well, because there are still players wearing Nike, like Rory. We'll get onto kind of Rory's historic win
Fleetwood.
in Dubai. Fleetwood. Yeah,
Fleets.
these players are still kind of wearing the clothing. I know McIlroy was seen kind of being very, very friendly with the guy behind Grayson.
Oh, right.
Okay.
clothing. Mr. Grayson, I don't know his names.
If he's
but
called Grayson, that would be amazing.
I saw that, yeah. But like, I think with like someone like a Rory, I think Rory always looks good.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he
So,
can
I
wear
mean,
anything,
yeah.
yeah.
He's got like the frame,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like
yeah.
He can get away with anyone. It's just like the people who try and be fashionable. Have you ever thought like people who are cool? They're just cool because they're cool.
They just- They can just pull
They
anything.
got that aura.
Yeah, they don't have to kind of dress a specific way. They've just got that kind
You're
of vibe.
preaching
about
to the
them.
choir, brother.
Yeah.
Exactly. I know that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's a difference between homeless and cool, though, Jacob.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm going for chic homeless.
Right. Okay.
that's what
You
I'm
want people to be like, that's really, really weird. That guy under that bridge is practicing his extension position. It's very odd. Is he in P3? He's P3. His P3 looks good.
Are those the golf terms you know?
Well, I could keep going, but it would get more and more obtuse.
Dear. So yeah, I don't know. Would you buy any clothing which is going to be based on a player
Yes.
because it's
okay.
based on a
Yes.
player?
Yeah.
Yeah. If they brought out
Yeah.
a Fleetwood range, like if there was a Taylor, and it was the cardigan from last year, the like open lapel polo shirt,
Yeah.
yes is the answer.
I know.
Correct.
Because you got to think like Tiger Woods had his own sort of range within Nike, so like that's and a lot of people. I don't know whether they bought it just because of Tiger Woods, but
I think what I'd say is if that range was doing amazing for Nike,
Yeah.
They-
We also got told off for that as well a lot,
yeah,
didn't we?
they probably would still be making golf clothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's kind of like a weird one with golf.
Did Adam Scott have a Uniqlo range out?
I don't think
The
so.
brown spectrum.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there was
The earth colours.
a tennis player who did. Was it
yeah, that's Roger Federer.
Federer? Yeah.
Yeah, Federer did.
The terracotta season.
The pottery range. That'll be good, isn't it?
Clay.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah. There was the sorry, just interrupt as well. Well, we got a little question down here. Obviously, this week we haven't got any Q&As and stuff. Sorry to
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Come
Sorry,
on, turn it off
sorry,
now.
because-
I can
because
hear
it's
the
so-
groans from
Yeah,
I know.
Sorry, guys. Your questions aren't important to
I
Kieran,
know,
so he's
literally,
just
no,
completely
no,
cut you out.
because we've got such
We got a lot to talk
such
about.
a jam-packed episode. But there was one question that was really, really good. So I just want to put this to you all. Would you rather play with Tiger? Because we're on the Tiger topic. Would you rather play with Tiger at Augusta, but you couldn't film it, or play Augusta, but you could film it,
But you have to play on your own.
but you have to play on your own?
Yeah, behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So play with Tiger, can't film it, or play with Tiger at Augusta, can't film it, or play Augusta on your own, but you can film it.
Yeah.
I would probably.
Now think carefully. Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Am I in this reality?
You're in this reality right now. Like, say this is this year.
I would probably say play Augusta on my own and film it.
Wow.
I would say the same.
Because what I'd be banking on is after I walk in shooting 61, I message Tiger and
So
say,
you're walking into the halfway house.
I message Tiger and say, like, listen, I kind of belong here now. So if you want to come out and, I'll be good.
No. You can't have it both ways, Peter Finch.
But this is a single moment in time. It's not like if I get to film at Augusta. Okay, if we got to film at Augusta, right, and we got to make an 18-hole course log, which would of course be split into 6 parts.
Yeah.
18.
And then a podcast after each 3
Oh,
hours.
of course, yeah.
We're just going to stop and have a chat.
And a voiceover director's cut.
This round is going to take 9 hours. to
Swing,
film.
swing quest on every green.
Like this,
Every tee.
It will. The thing is, this will happen. So, do
play
perfect.
Augusta?
Do perfect. Do you remember when Do Perfect and Bryson Chandler did
Yeah,
that?
that was
the
great.
multi-sports channel.
Yeah.
It was so unbelievably unexpected that everyone was like, I just do not understand what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not going to be long before some kind of YouTube creator, influencer, whoever it is, does get to film at Augusta. It's just a matter of time.
All it takes is someone on the Augusta board who owns something connected to the internet. And we're good.
Honestly, it is one of the biggest, not the one of the biggest regrets of my life, because that's a stupid thing to say, but something where I look back and I don't understand what I was doing. Right, okay. So I'm at Augusta. Clang. unfortunately, I went the year Patrick Reed won, which is, but it was a great experience.
Clang.
That's me picking up the clang. Really, I missed.
You
Tiger.
just dropped it.
I missed Tiger by a year.
I'm loving it.
So we're there, and we're kind of walking around, and I walk past the clubhouse. Okay. Somebody comes out of the clubhouse and says, "Oh, Pete," American. I did the accent. I will. Said, "Oh, Pete, yo, love the videos. Love what you do." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, cool." Just having a quick chat. It's the first time here. Yeah. He stood on the other side of the fence at this point.
Lord, you should know to get your notebook out.
So I'm like, "Oh yeah, great, save a few hands." And anyway, I said, "Oh, got to go. Okay, cool, right, okay." And he kind of walks off, and I walk off, and I'm like, I am not very good in social situations generally. Invites to parties are not sent my way, but why? Like, why didn't I just say, just stop?
It's just,
Do not go back into that clubhouse without me.
Yeah.
Do not move. Like, even just to get his name.
was he wearing
Name,
like a jacket,
number.
or was he?
A green one.
Well,
weirdly
yeah,
enough.
that's what I mean. Was he wearing a green jacket?
Yeah, people kept saying Mr. Woods. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. No, he was a youngish guy.
Oh, right.
But I
right.
was like, obviously he's in there for a reason. He's not just in there.
Like anyone on the other side of the ropes, get their name, get their contact information.
Just maybe.
And maybe their schedule for next summer.
Maybe it's because I was a little bit like, I don't know, a little bit in awe of the place. I just wasn't thinking, and obviously saying hello to a lot of people. It just didn't click.
Yeah.
But
Got to have it switched on.
I don't even think, I thought of it maybe like literally a couple hours later when I was sat down by Green. And I was like, did he come out of the clubhouse?
How did he get in the clubhouse?
What? Was that? What?
Opportunity gone.
If you actually watch back the 2019 Masters on the 13th hole, you'll hear a distant scream of agony. That's not someone falling over.
That's just you remembering that you should have got his number.
While everyone's watching Patrick Reed hole his final putt, if you like zoom in the background is Pete going,
It's just me banging my head against a pine tree.
did I?
Exactly.
The Spider-Man.
But to answer your question, yes, I would probably play Augusta so we could film it. Because just think how many doors that would open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
That's
if you were the first YouTube channel to film a course log,
18 holes, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm thinking as well, if you're putting it in, you're saying it's like just take yourself from now. Like there's no sort of fantasy world that you're living in. You've almost got to go off the back that you hope that your friends and family would believe you if you went to them and said, "Oh yeah, I played Augusta with Tiger the other day," and they're like, "Okay," and then you woke up.
Am I allowed to get one photo?
No, this is what I think. This is what I was going to say. Like, we could do a bit of an Eric Anders Lang and just I'll be in the sort of the bushes, the azaleas, just like with my zoom lens, just getting photos so that we can, make a kind of podcast or video out of it. That was my idea of it.
Yeah, that's the best of both
Don't
worlds
film it, just
situation.
Exactly, that's what I
continually
mean.
take pictures.
Yeah, because that's what
It'll
Eric.
take 60 pictures.
That's what Eric did. So
having said that, if you play with Tiger, I'm sure that would open a lot of doors as well.
exactly.
If he liked you.
Now,
Yeah.
would I like to shoot 120 in front of Tiger or shoot 120 in front of the entire internet?
But this is what I mean. You could be like, Tiger, can I put you down for 120 swing quests next year? There you go. That's the new channel
Yeah.
done.
In the round, does he hit his drives off his knees or not?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Because that's the only way. And well, even then, he'd still outdrive most of us. So, good question.
Yeah, that was very good.
And
Very
you,
good.
be more prepared.
I'm just not clever.
When you mix find yourself in Augusta,
It's not my fault. I'm stupid.
I tell you what you need to do, and it pains me to say this because I want to be top of the list if we ever do get invited to go and assist and film and whatever. You need Kieran with you in that situation. Kieran not only is one of the most likable people in the world, he also has no shame. So he would have befriended. Oh mate, oh yeah, well, okay. Any chance we could get inside? that would literally be him. You'd be straight in there. You'd be having a 3-course lunch with Tiger. Jack Nicklaus would come over and shake your hand. All because Kieran made it happen.
See, that is true, but it's also. I'd also be really worried because, like, we'd get in the clubhouse, I'd look around, it'd be gone.
He would. Yeah, he would. I was just in the dressing room. Just sniffing stuff.
Well, hey, listen, Dustin Johnson is invited back every year. Anyway, so on to other news. My GoodGood partner
Tiger. Speaking of Tiger,
Speaking of Tiger. So
Speaking of playing
to
partners,
put you in context, GoodGood are hosting a YouTube event, which is going to be live on YouTube and also live on
Peacock.
Peacock on TV, on the television.
yeah, made by MBS, CBS, NBC,
I think you
NBC.
put some together there.
Yeah,
the BBC.
It's fine.
amalgamated
It's
it.
by the
Loads there.
RSPCA.
It's fine. Literally,
All of them together.
pretty much every
That's what it is.
single US network is a combination of letters. Like,
Yeah,
without
and they're all covering
It's
this
on
event. So that's exciting.
Setanta Sports.
Oh God, do you remember Setanta Sports? R.I.P. Setanta.
And it's going to be all filmed. We're going over there. We're playing in it. It's an 18. Oh, it's a scramble format.
14 holes.
14 hole scramble format. I don't know what they're doing the rest of 4 holes. I'm sure it's an 18 hole.
No,
I
it's
thought-
14.
No, it's
hole.
14.
It is
14.
14. Okay, well, I can't count. And
That's all you need.
it's true.
Hey
So
mate,
it's a good round.
you'll be able to shoot 70 over 14 holes, won't you?
If you shoot 59, like that's our title. We shoot 59 at the GoodGood tournament.
There we go.
Hello.
There you go, yeah.
Don't tell anyone that it's 4 holes missed out. Do a Hesketh.
No, we'll give ourselves a bogus. Anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll come to that in a minute.
Carry on. So we've had a few conversations about who's going to be there, and there's a couple of things which go through my mind. Okay, when you're in this line of work, you kind of want to be playing with either a really good golfer, someone who's got like a massive influence.
Yeah.
Like someone who's going to expose you to new audiences
Got you.
and get you one step closer to that penthouse in New York.
Yeah. And opening that
And
opening that wooden box of
$1 million
dreams.
box, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Trotty Golf, YouTube channel. I think he's got about 130,000 subscribers, and he's very much focused on club fitting.
Yeah, he's like a wizard.
Yeah, and he does loads of stuff. If you don't follow him, he's well worth a follow. I've done stuff with him before. Now, I didn't quite know. I must admit, because it's all been fitting we've done.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen him swing a club before.
Now, I must admit, I have seen him swing because on his channel he does, how to hit a stinger or how to hit a high draw or whatever. Because obviously he's fitting players,
Yeah.
teaching them with the equipment that they've been given how to do the thing that they want to do. How did you feel when you saw him swing for the first time?
I was pleased.
Well, he did that, the Matt Fryer and the Red thing, and I think he...
Oh,
completely-
the
he
30
did it.
shot
Yeah, 30
challenge.
shots. Oh, 30 shots, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, he did 9. He got through 9 holes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did.
You know I don't watch Fry's channel.
Sorry, yeah, that's true.
Clip it. Send it to the boy.
So yeah, I've never actually properly seen him.
Imagine half the record breakers are just red on your views, and half of them aren't.
So with Trotty, I was like, okay, well, let's. And I felt like I was a bit sneaky because it was like, okay, who am I going to partner up with? These are the options. And I was like, right, Trotty, I've worked with him before, and before I said yes, I was like, right, I'm gonna research, and I'm gonna see what he's like as a golfer, because I'm not going all the way over to Arizona to have a nice time.
Absolutely. We wouldn't let you.
You know what I mean?
You'd have to win.
I'm going over there represent. I'm pretty sure I'm repping Europe.
Yeah.
Like we are
The pair of you are,
Really?
yeah?
You're the only European.
We are the only golfers from across the Atlantic, guy.
Wow.
So
Which, by the way, shocking. Disgusting.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Come on, good. There's more golf outside of the US.
I saw one of those breakdowns of like the best golf YouTube shots from 2023, and I think there was 50 of them, and 47 of them from the US.
Yeah. Well, it's like those,
I was like, I'm
there's
sorry,
those
like-
TikTok accounts where it's like YouTube
Golf
golf news
the
or whatever it
highlights,
is, and
yeah.
everything's American. Come on.
Come on,
Did
Sort
you
it
know
out.
we started it.
Did Pete make the 50?
Start in Manchester.
Pete wasn't in the 50.
Oh.
What was your best shot from last year?
Could you name a
Yeah,
good shot from last year?
Do you know what?
I don't know. There was a really good 12-footer I hold.
You hold a lot of 12-footers,
A
to be
lot
fair
of
to
12,
you.
all for par.
You also left a lot of 12-footers short.
No,
birdie.
3-foot.
The only one I can think is actually they were both maybe in the same round. Stop moving my microphone, for God's sake.
You're like shouting into it. It's all right.
Right, okay.
Like people can
He
hear
gets
you.
excited.
This is electric.
So
He's
can I
very
sit back
passionate
in?
about how
Still
crap
here?
you are at
No,
golf.
you can't. You have to come a bit
Now I have
closer.
to come a bit closer. The two I remember actually might have been in the same round, which was Marco Simone, and it was the par 3 that we
17th?
thought went in.
That was a good shot.
17th.
And there was
a
a 3-wood, a second shot 3-wood onto a green 10th or 12th. It was the hole that was playing as a 4 when it should have been a 5.
Marcus Martin.
Yeah, second shots over water.
Oh, it was a hybrid.
was a hybrid.
240 yards, a little bit of a draw right to left on the 8th.
Yeah, unreal.
But the point that you make there is that you're talking about shots. It's like if it'd gone in, then there's your shot of the year. But everything was all just like, oh well.
See,
you put it to a foot, or
it's something that
Good tracer on that.
it's
one.
something
I
that
remember
we
that
need to have
Tracer.
an internal discussion about. But
what making more hole in ones.
the fact is, I just need to get out on the course more and play more
Yeah.
and hit more shots.
But-
Can't get a hole in one in here.
Well,
It's very easy. No, it's not very easy. That's not the right thing to say. But it's a lot easier for GoodGood to have a massive amount of really good shot clips. Because every time they play, there's 44 players.
yeah, and that's true.
When
One
they
of them's
film
gonna do it,
15
yeah.
course vlogs a week.
But
That's
they
true.
also don't have Japanese blades going through. But now, obviously, next week you're going to be, as a little like sneak peek, you're going to be having a fit in, aren't you, for your irons?
Maybe.
maybe not.
Before we get onto that, just want to say, make sure that you're watching that GoodGood event. Because me and Troy are going to go deep. Like, we're going to go mining.
Where's-
we're going to strike gold. We'll go
Where's
with
he
that
from?
deep.
They're going to hit oil.
Where's he from?
He is from the Midlands, but he's been in the States that long. He's kind of got he's not got that kind of hybrid accent,
Yeah.
but he's slightly California, where all of his sentences end in a question. So he's kind of slightly gone that way.
Yeah. You can tell he's from here because of the way he pronounces specific words, but because I think he says grass.
Oh, you can tell he's English, but
Yeah, but then
he's just
also
got that
you're
twang.
right. There's a little bit of him. He's a bit slightly
Yeah,
steeped in America.
I'm gonna just. Well, I see. Now I'm thinking of it. When I start talking to him on videos now, I'm just gonna be listening for it.
You're going to hear it every time.
Yeah, every
When
time.
he goes up, he's going to finish his conversation.
What club did it pick?
No, that actually is a question.
Actually, is a question to be
It's
fair,
actually a question. Yeah, and so I'm very excited to get over there. It's going to be part of a kind of like a week and a half, 2 weeks of filming that we're going to be doing in the States as well. So there's going to be a lot more content coming. We're not just going over there for that single event because that would be madness. So there's a lot of other stuff going in and around it. It's going to be very, very exciting. And I am going to be going over there with new clubs.
Yes, so the Build My Bag series has well and truly begun. I don't know if these guys will have seen. Is Drivers first? Drivers coming out tomorrow. So if you're listening
today,
if you're listening to this today
It's
on
out
the
today.
podcast, it's coming out in like a few hours' time on the main channel. Pete picks his driver for the year, and you will be surprised.
I don't think they will.
No, I actually think, to be honest, I was surprised.
That you weren't expecting this club to be as good as it is.
I don't know if I know which one it is. I
Don't
think
tell
I've got
him.
like two
Okay.
in
Don't
my
tell him.
mind, but
Don't tell him.
Considering the amount of times that I walked back into this office holding this club aloft.
oh yeah, right, yeah, sorry, yeah,
And
yeah,
proclaiming what an incredible
Right.
weapon it was,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I imagine you probably would have
yeah,
guessed.
actually, I do know. Yeah, sorry.
The amount of drivers that have come through this year and gone like, this is good. I'm full cards on the table. I would say that this year of driver releases has probably been the most interesting, and I've actually enjoyed this year of driver releases probably more than I have in quite some time. But there's just one club consistently that every time I hit it, I was just like, this is just great. This is just a really good club. There's no
I think
weakness.
you said annoyingly good at one point. as well.
Annoyingly good. It is annoyingly good because there is something that I don't like about it. But I'm going to try and figure out a way around that. You know, every relationship has its hurdles, and I'm just going to try and get over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use a knife and fork weird.
And is this relationship
They use,
going to
they use a
last?
spork.
Is this relationship going to last like more than a year? Is this like a short term?
I mean, most of my relationships only last a year.
that's
So
what I mean. That's what I mean. Like this could, you know,
Apart from your
shout out
actual
Carly.
relationship,
it might be
Yeah.
time to change. You know what I mean?
well, maybe this is what's keeping my actual relationship going for so long.
because you keep changing everything else.
You change in and out of that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, with the Build My Bag series, if you're not familiar, by the way, every year I empty my bag of clubs, balls, everything, and then start to build that bag again with what I think are the best clubs around at that moment for my game. This year is going to be slightly different because I'm not just going for looks. I'm actually going for a little bit more forgiveness. I'm going for things that are going to hopefully bring the best out in my game. and not just try and look flashy.
Yeah, for playing, for
exactly.
competing.
And you're going to do a thing that, lots of people definitely on Discord and in the comments have been saying, which is to go and actually get fit for the clubs. Once you've kind of chosen what you wanted, you're going to go and then get someone to set them up for you perfectly for your game as well. So this should be an equipment-free problem-free year for you.
We got there.
Hopefully, we'll see more of your shots in the top 50 by the end of the year.
I'll be
all of them.
It'll be like, top 10.
I'm going to be top 10.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
bloody hope so.
the shot that qualifies him for the Open will be number one.
Oh, that's true. That's
Listen,
true.
I ain't gonna lie. The start of this year, my practice, I'm feeling actually pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident.
Good.
God, please just take that out onto the golf course. Please.
Don't worry
The
like that.
mentality.
Yeah, but Quest for the Open, right? Thank you for everyone who's watched episode 1 of Quest for the Open. Pete plays Hesketh. He sets out to set a score for the season because Hesketh is where regional qualifying is going to be. And the first 9 holes, your confidence levels were so high that even if when you made a bogey on 5, I think on 5, you were like, that's cool, and then bounced back and parred the next 3 in a row. That mentality was
Bounce back.
that mentality was like drastically different to the mentality on the back 9. And we need to work out what happened between 9 and 10. It may have been the sausage roll.
No, I have a sausage roll.
Did he have a coffee?
I gave all the sausage rolls to you
Oh,
guys.
yeah. You had a carrot soup.
I had
didn't
a
Carrot and coriander soup.
Coriander.
Sorry,
It was delicious.
Coriander,
Some
okay.
respect, please.
Sorry.
But that drive on 10, the drive on 10 that was slightly wayward into the rough, that was the first sign that something wasn't quite right, because that's hybrid off that tee, Sunshine.
Listen, all I will say is that is the first time I've actually played golf, been out on a golf course in about 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, since Florida, wasn't it? So it's a bit of a change.
So to go from the mid-20 Floridian sun, like swinging, wondering, oh my God, how am I hitting it so far? It's so warm. To freezing my ass off in Southport
Yeah.
with playing with the most bladed blades ever created. The ball is frozen. The ground was frozen. A wind was whipping off the Irish Channel, which turned everything. I don't know where I was going with this.
That was going really well.
Yeah,
Carry on.
I was going to go down a road which was probably not PC. So, all I'm saying is it was cold.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Winky wink.
Oh, God. The word winky should never be on this podcast again. Just FYI.
No, I'll add that to
Someone bleep it out.
I'll add that to the Batten words list. So to go that contrast and quite frankly, to just get around, not fall over, I was perfectly happy with that.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm saying is because you're going to be much better equipped this year, things should go better going forward.
They should do, but it's not. So I know within myself, I know deep down, I know personally, I've connected with my inner flame, and my flame is burning brightly with confidence about my ability to hit a golf ball. Unfortunately, there's also a fire extinguisher in there, and that fire extinguisher is pointed down at my inner flame by my brain, because my brain is saying, I hate you.
Oh dear.
I like this. This is good.
You see, there's a tenet in psychology, okay? And it's the simplest and most irrefutable thing, okay? And it simply says, people by and large become what they think of themselves, okay?
Deep.
And when I'm on the golf course, what I'm generally thinking is like kind of like a drawn out scream. Like imagine like the horror movie when like that B-list character finally gets cornered by the serial killer, that scream they'll out before they die. That's what's generally in my head when I'm about to hit a golf shot.
Okay.
So what I need...
It's not a great basis to start a golf swing from.
Yeah, so what I need... And the thing is, like when I'm over, like, say, a 3-foot putt, the screaming actually stops. But then my brain's like, why is the screaming stopped?
Okay.
And then I miss it. And then I just hear a laugh.
There must be some way to silence all of these people.
You know when you go to a pub.
Listen, my doctor has given me many prescriptions and none of them have worked. So what I'm thinking is this year, I'm happy with my swing. I'm happy with where it's going. I'm going to be happy with the equipment that I get because I know the path that I'm on. It's more what I'm going to do about my mental game and my mental state because it ain't great.
Oh my god! You know when you go into a pub and like there's just that guy that like chats to you for a bit too long. I would just
All right, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
yeah. Cheers, mate. Have a good night. Yeah.
You see,
All right, mate.
just-
Yeah.
But this is where you're okay. 'cause
Oh yeah.
Guinness.
Oh yeah. Cheers, mate. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. See you in a bit.
And
Yeah.
then just
yeah.
my mental game.
this is where you find me because you know very well that I wouldn't be talking to someone I don't know.
You're just
at all.
backing away. Ah, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
cool.
All right. Yeah. See you. Cheers. Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah. See you later. Yeah.
Yeah, Gary, we off, are we? All right.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting a call actually. Hello.
It's my brain telling me I'm at parting.
Make a mark of that one.
36.
Oh dear.
That was very
Lord.
good though, but you've obviously thought about that for quite a while.
no,
That's the problem is that he's thought about it for too long.
No.
You know it's an issue.
See, all that conversation that I've just had, that's what I go through just before I'm about to hit a drive. Literally, that whole conversation. It just flashes straight through.
Okay, so in fact, do we need to get fitted for like
A new brain.
a golf psychologist or
You know,
like
you know what? Mick?
something like that?
You know when I found I had a real problem? You know how I...
Did you do something?
Was it when I got here?
You know how I know I've got a big issue?
What did you do?
And how much I need to improve? Okay. If I'm watching a golfer on TV and they're over like a short putt and it looks like it's going to miss, I twitch.
Get sweaty.
So I am getting nervous, imagining I'm in a situation where I'm having a putt, which I'm not, and I'm getting twitchy if it looks like it's going to miss. Even if it's in the middle, I'm like,
I kind of do that.
So
to be fair.
I get the same thing for the auditions for Britain's Got Talent. You know when you're watching it and you're like,
Yeah.
Are you going to be good?
that's close to the bone. That's you watching professional golfers tap in 3-footers for millions of pounds.
yeah.
Wow.
Honestly,
We got bigger problems than clubs, people.
Oh, the clubs is going to take care of itself. I'm not worried about the clubs.
But maybe do you not think that like preparing yourself in those other aspects will positively affect how you feel about yourself and your game?
Nah. It doesn't. If you've played golf for any length of time, it doesn't work like that. Especially like the psychological game in golf is so tough because you are every time you go play throughout my entire golf career, which has been like 6 months. So throughout my entire golfing career as a professional and as an amateur, I have come into a position where I play in a certain way. I go through the same mental processes. It's instinct. It's just routine. I go through the same things. Now to stop those routines and to build those new pathways, that's difficult because you react the same in certain ways. And I recognize this. Like if I have a bad few holes, it's incredibly hard for me to get back on track because my brain starts screaming at me. So it's kind of like it's very, very difficult to change that way of thinking. But that's what Quest for the Open is all about. It's about finding how to do that.
Okay.
I
We're
don't
gonna
know,
have a very serious chat about something after this, and we're gonna resolve that for you.
I,
We're gonna win the
I've
Open.
run out of Valium.
I don't know what the like the psychology department at like Manchester Uni's like, but I imagine it's pretty good. But I reckon you'd be a great case study for them.
They won't let me out.
Like
I'd go in and they'd be like, "You're not leaving."
Like the lecturer.
I'm not leaving.
I don't know what in unis is it like. In like America,
didn't go
they
to
have,
uni, did
no,
you?
No, but
No.
they have like. Do they still have like lecture halls where like
Yeah.
things at the bottom?
Yeah.
Just get Pete in, get him to just stand there, just like look up
On a putting green.
Yeah, it's like, what's he doing?
Like I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that in universities, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, they don't like bring someone in who they think might be a little bit disturbed and just stand them in front
No,
of the
but
students.
this could be a good like
But do you
Quest
know-
for the Open
Do
episode.
you know what would happen though? If Pete was stood there and they were studying him, and then they maybe put a equation on the wall in the corridor, Nick Dunlap would come and solve that equation when no one was looking.
Wow,
He would.
that's the most random segue that I've ever heard in my life.
You can have it for
What would he
free.
be doing at Manchester Uni? Playing Didsbury.
You know what? Yes, we did it again. Get it in there. But yeah, so we'll get on to we'll talk everything Dubai and Rory when we get Andy Carter on, old friend of the channel who is currently in Dubai, and he was there at the tournament. So we'll get everything on the lowdown from him shortly. But we do have to talk about Nick Dunlap. So Nick Dunlap is an American amateur golfer. I can't remember, is he number 1 ranked amateur in the world? He's a very, very good young player.
If he's not, he should be.
Yeah, he's a 20-year-old kid and very highly ranked. He won the junior US Am. He won the US Am. He's the reigning US Amateur champion. So he's got an invite into the American Express at La Quinta in California. Now he's going in there, college kid. It's actually a fairly decent field, some good players.
Yeah,
very good.
Well, yeah, Scotty and
Yeah.
Sander and
Like, number 1 player in the world.
JT.
That just happens to be
Sam
5 out of the top 10.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah. So we're going into a good field.
JT.
Now, admittedly, if you were going to break yourself...
That's a clip. Have you chipped your tooth?
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. But I can feel the ringing going through me.
That's what it sounds like in Pete's head.
sorry. Yes,
and you think I'd let him in the Augusta clubhouse? He can't even drink.
If you're not watching, Kieran just went to drink out of his mug and smashed it into his own teeth.
Hit himself in the face with his own mug.
Clattered it.
Sorry, carry on.
I love that on the replay.
Wow.
Can we get VAR on that?
I don't think Nick Dunlap would do that.
No, he
He
wouldn't.
doesn't.
He wouldn't.
You know when you can like feel it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Went through me that.
Oh.
I have no idea what to say.
really.
So he's coming to this tournament, and the course is in this
Easy.
event. Let's face it, everybody knows that this tournament is very low scoring.
Mm-hmm.
The course, apart from a few holes, because they play around 3 different courses as well.
Yeah.
Apart from a few holes like the closing one to the stadium course, it's a fairly easy course for these guys. You know, around 30 under pretty much wins every year. So if you're going to go into a tournament where it's your first PJ event, you want to break yourself in, it's not a bad place to be. However, on Saturday, Nick Dunlap goes absolutely nuclear, shoots a 60. Goes into the final round leading. Now, this is the chance for an amateur to be the first winner since Phil Mickelson, I think in 91.
Yep.
And before that, I don't even know when the last amateur.
Well, yeah, we saw something like 1910 it was, but we don't know who that was.
So
I think that might be the youngest.
So there's
Youngest.
been
Oh, youngest, is it?
there's been 7 amateurs that have won on the PGA Tour. I think before 91, I think it was like 75.
So
Want to say?
this is a rare event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bear in mind, this is an amateur. Like US college kids. I mean, to call them amateurs is probably not fair because a lot of them are ready to go on the PGA Tour pretty much straight away. If you think what's happened to
In the last 3 years.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah, that
sort of-
A is redundant now, isn't it?
Yeah, I
They've
think
done it.
so.
It's-
he must have been the number 1 ranked amateur before this guy then in the world.
I'm not sure.
There's a few. Is it like there's Michael Thorn Bjornsson or something like that? I think
Yeah, I
he
think
was up
he
there.
was up there.
And then you've got Sargent as well. He was at the
Yeah,
Masters.
He played at the Masters last
And
year, didn't he?
Batten.
Oh, he's the long boy,
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
like-
Yeah.
oh, His swing's so good.
Who was the amateur that was like in the leading
Yeah,
after?
the bendy guy.
Yeah, who was that?
Oh, what's his name?
Oh, it'll come to me.
That's really bad.
Oh,
And everyone was talking about how his swing looked
And he was,
like.
at
he was
the
in
Open,
the,
yeah.
No, and at the I can remember.
And he
That's-
played-
that's
he played at-
Christian,
and he played at the next tournament as well, didn't he?
Lubricks or something. The,
Oh, the
the
really
South
tall guy.
African. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Masters.
Yeah, I know the guy you
Yeah.
mean.
And
And
he's
he's got the tattoo.
I was just
Oh,
about to say that.
Yeah. He's got a tattoo on his arm of something his dad said to
Should
him
we
or
pause and find out?
something his dad wrote.
He was leading.
Put it in the comments.
Oh yeah. Put it in the comments, and I know who you mean.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah, I know who you mean. I
You're
can't
screaming at
remember
us right now. You're screaming at us the guy's name. Put it in the comments.
He's gonna look at.
Don't look.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Go
it
on,
up.
find it.
I want to know.
So while Jacob does our research, this is a very rare event. Now, I kind of expected him to do exactly what he did initially. So in the final round, he had a pretty of a nervous start. I think on like the 11th or the 12th,
Sam Bennett.
Sam Bennett.
Oh, Sam.
I think on the 11th or the 12th, he was the only player out of like the final 20 who was not on the par. So he'd slipped back in relation to the field. And at one point he fell, I think, 2 behind Sam Burns. he just wasn't holding putts. He was making a few mistakes.
He made double on 8 or something like that.
But it was everything he was doing was perfectly understandable. He was playing against the very best players in the world. He's an amateur. No matter how good you are, you're going to be nervous.
It's experience at that level. It has great value, doesn't it?
Of course, you're going to be. So I was watching. I was like, you know what? Should I go to bed or should I just watch? There's a few dramatic holes coming in. I want the kid to do well. I want him to win. So let's have a watch. Anyway. So he makes a couple of putts. He also misses a couple of putts, by the way, but he makes a couple of birdies. And we're like, okay, he's got a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still relying on other players to kind of mess up.
Yeah, like England in the qualifying stages of any tournament.
So step up, Sam Burns. My boy, Sam Burns. I like the guy. Great player. 17th, Island Green.
Yeah.
Pretty much Island Green. Surrounded by rocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And water.
Sticks it in the water.
Big brain fart.
Terrible.
Like,
Finch level.
Just unexpected. Like, unexpected Sam Burns kind of mistake. Sticks it in the water. A few things go on. All of a sudden, on the 18th tee, Nick Dunlap is too clear. There's water all down the left. He hits the biggest block
Yeah.
you've ever seen in your life. Okay.
Yeah.
Which, there's all
The
the
most
water.
understandable thing ever. Like,
I don't think it was a block. He hit it dead straight, but he was aiming over there.
Yeah, there's water to the left. The fairway is massive, by the way. That fairway is about 40, 50 yards wide. And he hits a massive kind of block slice. Perfectly understandable. That's where you miss. Knocks it up by the green. All of a sudden, Bezaden Hope is in the clubhouse at 28 under par.
Which is absurd.
It's really absurd.
Nick Dunlap needs to get up and down, chipping towards the water to win as an amateur. Hits a really good chip, great contact. You can tell because it's on the green, skips, skids, stops a little bit, then releases out. And he's left himself a 6-footer. I actually think that he left himself the perfect distance.
you think?
Yeah. 6 foot is a very holdable distance percentage-wise, and it's not 3.5 foot.
Yeah.
Because
It's not one of those.
Yeah,
No, yeah. Not
it's
an
almost
Enoch.
like because when you hit a chip like that and it goes to like 3.5 foot in your head, no matter what level you are, that is the first thing that you say to yourself. That's one of those.
Yeah.
That's one of they.
That's one of them.
That's one of them.
Okay. But to go to 6 foot, and it was it was a relatively straightish putt.
Yeah, I
like,
didn't see there's
Yeah.
much in it.
Yeah, but to have the nerve and to have the courage to step up and hole, it was just brilliant. And I think it's just one of those. Everyone there wanted him to win.
Yeah. I like those ones where the person that everyone wants to do it goes and does it.
Yeah.
Really
I
good.
mean-
So would you rather have a 6-footer than a 3-footer then?
So
6 foot for par over a 3 foot for birdie, probably.
It's honestly, it's something. It's an actual stat that PJ players. We're talking about the best players in the world. If you give them like a 12-foot putt, they will hold more 12-foot putts for par than they will for birdie.
God, it literally is all in your head, isn't it? It's mad.
And it's about the weight of It's about the weight of expectation. Because if you have a 4-foot putt, you know that it's only 4 feet. You know that you should hold that. So when you go to about 8 foot, all of a sudden that weight of expectation is like, well, I could miss this, and it relaxes you.
I would normally miss this, so if I make it, great.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
Honestly, golf. This is why golf is such an infuriating, ridiculous sport, which I honestly sometimes have no idea why people play. I have no idea why the Scots, when they invented this game, just one of them, must have turned around and said, I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah, this is really hard. Have we tried making it really easy?
You know what happened? I can actually tell you what happened.
You were there.
Okay. They invented this game. They had the sticks, they had the rocks, they were whacking it around. And they all agreed on the last hole, they said, this is stupid. Like, what are we doing here, lads? Like, what are we doing? This is the most ridiculous thing. Everyone's having a terrible time. It's raining. Everyone's getting frustrated because they can't hit this rock. And one of them pured this rock on the last. I thought,
I think we should do this again, I reckon.
Is that the 18th of St Andrews?
yeah, it's like, that was incredible.
Did you see that?
Everyone see that?
Am I going to win the Open?
And then one of them was like, how did you do that? He said, well, you've got to keep your left arm straight. Keep it straight. Got to keep it straight at the top of the swing.
Got to keep your head down.
Yeah, it's like, someone walking past me, but keep your head down, mate.
You lifted your head up there, mate. That's what we did.
And then
Good Lord.
Oh, dear.
So coming soon, Pete's Quest for the Open episode with Darren Brown.
I do. I do.
It's a
actually
rock
think I
round a golf course.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god. The only other thing as well though, did you see the that Taylormade stuff with all the social stuff with Taylormade? Oh,
Yeah.
see it?
Oh yeah, because they were pumping up Nick actually using the driver as well,
Yeah.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And,
That's
and Nick and Rory both used the drivers to win this weekend.
A couple of interesting things actually. So I've been testing obviously all the drivers and the Taylormade QI10 LS, the low spinning driver. I did some testing of it in 6 degrees, so the lowest setting I could actually get it to, and it is, I think I can officially say, the lowest spinning driver ever created.
Wow.
Sorry, I missed that bit. Is that the LS bit?
The LS.
What was your spin rates?
There was a couple that I hit well and they didn't get above 1,000.
Jesus.
It's like hitting a putt.
It was unbelievable, like to the point.
top
That's
spinning.
almost like too low. Does that make sense?
Oh, it is way too low.
Yeah.
Like, it's way too. It was to the point where I was hitting these drives and I was like,
How?
I have never, and I'm saying this honestly, I have never ever questioned like the GC Quantum Foresight software ever
Until then.
until that point. Because I was like, this can't be
That's
right.
not real.
But I tested, I retested different balls, different everything. Honestly, it is unbelievably low spinning.
That ball flight must have been absurd.
Yeah, like just
dropping
flew
out the
the
air.
flew out the air.
It was like 240 carry,
like a knuckleball.
390 yard distance to
It was like a Nadal backhand.
Ronaldo stood over a free kick.
Yeah, it's like
That's what it was like. It was knuckled.
yeah.
Ronaldo against Portsmouth.
Anyway,
God, with the 90 ball.
so I thought
The yellow one.
So I thought it was interesting that Rory wasn't using the LS; he was using the normal QI10.
Yeah.
Probably because he's. Yeah, well, if you're getting 900, what's he getting?
Well, I mean, yeah, the way he launches it as well,
Negative.
like,
Yeah.
so much more control over it. But it was interesting because, like, Kieran's right. Did you see the actual kind of tweets and what Taylormade were doing?
Yeah, so they were saying, which I didn't know this until you told me this. They were saying that the reason that these people had played so well with these drivers in the bag was because they were benefiting from the 10K MOI that the new range of drivers has. But that's not quite true, is it, Peter Finch?
Well, Mick, I can actually come in with some not breaking news. That is very true.
So the company just lied to everyone.
So, I mean, kind of, but at the same time, like manufacturers do this obviously a lot of the time, and a bit of it is not. It's not outright lying, but some of it is very subliminal.
It's like a bit of massaging of the truth.
Like a classic is
We've all done it.
A classic is Titleist with Pro V1, Pro V1X.
Yeah.
Okay. So every year, this is the number one ball on tour. This is what all the tour pros are using. It's great. You know, look at these. Look at Jordan Spieth. Look at Justin. These are the best players in the world, and they are using this brand new Pro V1, Pro V1X. You should use it. In fact, most Titleist players who use a Titleist ball, I've seen the list of specifications of these tour pros. There's tour pros that are still using like a 2014 Pro V1.
Yeah, well, Spieth used to have the 2013 one until last year. He put the last year's Pro V1X in the bag.
Yeah.
Or at the back.
Like this is a very common thing that a manufacturer will present to you, say, "Oh, John Rahm, here are his clubs he's using." Now it's slightly different as we kind of progress, but the clubs that the tour pros use, often the case that you're not going to be able to pick them up in the shop.
No.
Like there are differences between what they use because they're so highly specified. One of the reasons that Justin Rose fell out with kind of Taylormade originally was because he was very specific about the putter that he wanted. And Taylormade spent literally tens of thousands of pounds creating these molds to give Justin Rose a putter which he really wanted the look of. And then when they finally kind of made it, he didn't use
like it.
Jeez.
So,
Good Lord.
this is. But bear in mind that these tour pros, they are the very best at what they do. They are craftsmen, and they want their tools to be absolutely precise. It's like when people talk about Colin Morikawa. Colin Morikawa hates changing his equipment, despises it,
Yeah.
which is why he's been using the Sim driver for so long. Because he gets on with it, he loves it. Why change?
Yeah.
So, you know, manufacturers will do this all the time. They will offer a suggestion they are the best players in the world are using this equipment that you can buy.
Yeah.
When in fact, it is true sometimes, but both Rory and Nick Dunlap were not using a 10K driver.
The 10K thing has obviously been the narrative that they've pushed this year. Obviously, there's always something that they kind of, put their advertising onto the back of, and that's the thing they've kind of sort of gone with this year. So I can understand why they're doing it, but as you say, it's all very murky waters of, they're using the success of the highest level of golf to try and promote what is a driver that the lowest level of golf probably won't be using. So it's a tricky one, but it's like we've spoken a lot about like mental approach to games of golf today and stuff like. And we came into the office the other day, and I for some reason have got like a little bit of a thing with the Cobra Dark Speed. As soon as I saw it, I thought that looks like a really great driver, and I hit it a few times. And mentally, I feel like because I was looking at it and I was telling myself, I love the look of this driver, I think it's really cool, I hit it quite well, and I feel like there will be some element to that for the players, and for we spoke about like with the irons for you, like whatever you get fitted into, having something that like when you stand over the ball, hopefully if that scream could be quieted a little bit. I don't know, by the sounds of it, maybe not, I don't know. It'd just be like a little, he's in a little box now, he's like
like Rob Brydon's man in a box voice.
Exactly. But like if these guys in the like way Taylormade like present these drivers to people, and people are thinking, oh, it's 10K, it's forgiving, it's this. I don't know. There might be some kind of like mental approach to it that just like you want to get it anyway because you
start to believe the story they're telling you means that you feel a little more confident.
I'm basically describing the power of advertising, but
but it's like the placebo of golf, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're saying to you, oh, this is way more forgiving than last year, and you're like, you're hitting it, and you're thinking, but they've told me this is more forgiving, so it must be more forgiving, and that even just that confidence brings you up to a level of, finding the middle a bit more.
Would there be an element as well that for TaylorMade's big players that they will want them to put them in the bag regardless of whether they like it or not?
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
What always happens is whenever new releases come out, drivers are an interesting one because drivers generally are not a control club for these players. So when a Tour Pro gets a driver, the only thing that they're really concerned about is how far it goes and if it goes further. Can this driver be adjusted for me so I can hit it further? Like, yes, they want it to be accurate, but these players hit the centre of the club so much that, the biggest difference between a Tour Pro and an elite amateur, talk about Nick Dunlap, but the difference between these guys is they hit it so far and they hit it so accurately.
Yeah.
Like,
out of the list of things they want out of a driver, forgiveness is not near the top like it is for a normal.
It doesn't bother
a normal
them.
golfer. Yeah,
it doesn't bother them. Like generally, these players aren't going to bother about 10K driver because they're hitting the centre of the club face.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing with Rory last year, wasn't it? Like he was having a bit of trouble with the stealth too, and then he was like, I just wish I had my stealth normally. Like, didn't he? So it's just
and I saw the graph of TaylorMade's kind of MOI over time. And the original stealth was kind of 8,000, and then the stealth 2 was like 6,000.
Didn't it? Yeah.
So, and no wonder everyone hated that driver.
Honestly, and obviously we're talking about kind of manufacturers and how maybe they might not be quite presenting the truth at times. But I do have to say, like the QI10 Max, I think it's really good. And I've said that in all the reviews. If you've not checked out reviews, please do.
Yeah.
But it is not something which is it's not something distinct to TaylorMade. Every manufacturer will try and sell you the story to make you buy clubs. Like this isn't a this isn't a mystery.
New. We knew this,
but this happens throughout everyone. Do you honestly think that Gillette is the best that a man can get?
I believe so. Yes.
I only buy Gillette because Raheem Sterling uses it.
That's Nivea, isn't it?
I don't know.
No, that's the whole Liverpool squad using it.
They've got a little jingle now, Gillette, as well. No. They've made like a song to go with it.
Who did I see? I saw someone very strange doing a toothbrush advert. Footballer.
James Milner?
No, centre-back for England, plays for...
John Stones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was like, my Oral-B toothbrush. I'm like, what? Naff off. Trying to sell me a toothbrush.
And this is like, it's funny when you see... like this happens so much, and it's so kind of ingrained within kind of what we expect now that we just don't even think about it at times. But I think you just got to be on your guard sometimes about if you are going to be getting something, especially golf equipment, that you understand exactly like what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
So to say that the QI10 LS, and to put that 10k figure by it, that's just not right, because that driver is not forgiving.
Well, even did you guys see with Rory at Dubai, like when he was having that sort of left hook? Did you see much of that?
That's a weird.
It's a bit of a weird one, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the problem is
That's his bad shot, though.
That's it.
But it was.
And weirdly enough, it's his only bad shot.
Yeah.
And if he removes that, I think we might be in trouble this year,
We
because
got Tyler's Rory back.
he could go and win everything.
Titleist Rory back.
Tyler's Rory is the best. Like,
Titleist Rory is now going to be known as Taylormade Rory as soon as he goes on this bird. Actually, talking about Dubai, shall we get over and actually see what was going on there?
Yes, let's.
Well, yeah, go on then.
Shall we bring old friend of the channel back, Mr. Andrew Carter, live from the sun-soaked sands of Dubai?
Kind of live.
Kind of live. Well, here he is. And welcome to the podcast, the one, the only, Mr. Andrew Carter. How are we?
Here, I'm fantastic. That's all I can say. I'm in fantastic form.
I've got a list. I've got a list of questions from the guys for you. The first one is from Kieran. How do you cope being so handsome?
Well, Kieran, it's funny you should mention that, because it's been something I've been trying to deal with a lot myself. I just go through day to day, take it as it comes. I look in the mirror a lot, and I just enjoy the way I look, and I think you should too.
Okay, I will pass that on to him. I'm sure he'd be very pleased to hear that. Other than that, where are you, mate? Talk to me. Where are you in the world right now?
That is his only question.
That is literally that's his only question. That's the only question he's been asking for months now.
I am sat in a Radisson Blu meeting room in Dubai. I'm here on a 4-day pro-am trip, so I'm actually playing some competitive golf.
And I'm sure, some would say positive, that you're taking this professional event very seriously. So you're in bed early, staying well hydrated.
I was very hydrated yesterday. Felt dehydrated when I woke up though, but
you were managing to take on lots of fluids. I mean, that's the main
it's
thing.
funny how you take on so much fluids and you still wake up dehydrated. I can never get my head around it.
I think it's something called science, but I did not listen in chemistry, so probably don't take my word for it.
Round one of the tournament today, I did wake up thinking if I break 80, I rounded tough golf course at Arabian Ranches as well this morning. So it's literally fairway that goes like that and sand.
Nice.
So it's like if you don't hit drivers straight, you're just hitting second shots off sand all day. So I shot 73 actually, and I 3-putted 5 times. I'm not sure why I'm bragging about that, but I actually played some really good golf.
How do you shoot?
5.
I guess it's par 72.
Yeah.
How do you shoot one over with 5 3-puts? So how's that even possible?
I made a lot of birdies. I think I had 5 birdies back 9 and a 3-put. 5 birdies back 9, 2 3-putts. I shot 3 over front 9. I literally missed a putt from a foot. I thought I had vertigo when I was knocking up. I'll just tap this in, and it fell forwards.
How many holes were you trying to tap it into at the time?
Just the middle one.
Just the middle one.
Yeah.
Middle one, you missed it right.
6-foot birdie putt turned into a miss from a foot for par.
That
so
really does.
It's a mixed bag.
Okay.
But mainly good though, which is quite weird.
One over since. I mean, is this your first comp since Open qualifying?
It's my first comp since Open qualifying. It's my first 18 holes since November. So,
really? Wow. Oh, we will be getting into that in a moment. But I think first of all, as we, I did say we were going to discuss it with the lads. Dubai Desert Classic, or to give it its full name, the Hero Dubai Desert Classic. Remember the good old days when it was a mega? Other watch brands on event.
It's been they've had quite a few sponsors recently, to be fair.
Yeah, they've been getting through. It wasn't Hero last year, was it?
I think it was Hero, yeah.
Was it?
Because I remember the owner of Hero making a few rather large demands, apparently.
Oh, really?
I mean, why wouldn't you if you'd literally sponsor the Dubai Desert Classic?
It depends what those demands were. Like, do you have any juicy info? Because, like, large demands can take many forms. Like, you might have asked for 1,000 M&Ms with all the yellow ones. Like, that's a pretty big demand.
Well, I think well, no, there was nothing X-rated on there, so that's always a tick box. That's fine. And there was, I think as far as I know, he just took his mates and around a golf like on the practice day.
No, he didn't.
So I think they were in like a six ball on like the one of the practice days on like the Tuesday or something. Like players like trying to practice for the bloody week, and he's just there with his lads, his mates having a jolly up. But again, why wouldn't you? You own it for the week. It's yours.
Yeah, if you're chucking that much money at a tour event, I suppose you've got a little bit of latitude, especially DP World Tour.
It's always a good event though as well. I mean, it's always a great event.
Because that's the thing, like how long were you living in Dubai?
5 years.
5 years.
Left 2 years ago. Which is crazy to think that.
You were only there 5 years. It seems like you've been there for ages.
I know. Because I keep coming back.
Yeah,
I was here for 6 months last year, so that kind of half counts.
Right. Yeah, you moved back and then immediately went there for 6 months.
We came for a holiday.
A 6-month holiday. Wow. And you've been, how many times have you been to this event? You must have been there 4 or 5 times at least.
Every year. I would
Every
say I've
single
been there every year for the past, I've probably been coming every year for the past 7 years.
Okay. And played it a few times because
Played it many times.
I was thinking this because obviously it wasn't very low scoring. And I've played this course before. And to be honest, like over the last, probably in that time frame, last 5 years, the greens have been a bit dodge.
Yeah, they've been redone though. They got redone last year. So let's say of the last 7 years, the last 2 years, the greens have been like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Before, I remember one year, probably 3 years ago. I mean, fair play to the greenkeeper for getting them playable because they got smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
The inside bunkers were basically fairway bunkers because they had about 10 yards of fairway between the green bunker and where the green started. They were just so diseased.
Yeah, they were so diseased because they dumped loads of sand on them as well, didn't they? And then after that week, they literally ripped them up. And to be fair, like this week they looked unreal. I think they said there was 13 on the stem.
Yeah, they looked unbelievable. So one of my mates was caddying for Cam Young this week.
Was he? Oh, I bet that was a good chat.
He went to college with him in the States.
Right. Okay. Right. We need to get into this straight away, Carl. Okay, because I kind of come down on one or two teams. Okay. My first inclination, which I'm sure is true, is that Cam Young is a perfectly nice, normal bloke that you could enjoy having a round of golf with, and you can enjoy a few beers. On the other hand, every now and again, I think he might be a sociopath. Now, I need to understand from you which is it, and you are laying down the truth now because you have inside information.
Well, if I could have asked and I could have told you the answer, but he seems like a great guy.
Yeah,
he came over at the end. We're on the putting green. He signed a flag for Rich, our mate's kids.
Oh, is Marco there as well?
Yeah, Mark was there. So then I actually said to him, Cam, can you get a picture with the kids as well? Yeah, sure, yeah. And then Bailey went, I'm gonna go get his autograph. He just ran off. I was like,
he just ran away.
Yeah. So he just left. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. But he was offering, he was happy to do a picture. Seems like a nice chap.
Yeah, no, I think he's pretty cool. It's just I don't understand how someone could be that emotionless on a golf course. It kind of freaks me out.
Emotionless.
Yeah.
I mean, I find it. I can't believe how anybody isn't emotional on the golf course. I had 5 3-putts today and gone through every single possible emotion known to man.
So imagine
where first prize is 50p.
So I imagine you cried a couple of times.
There were tears. There were tears.
So that's perfectly normal.
Yeah, I was blaming the sun, but it was tears.
Sun tears.
Sun tears.
They're a very rare phenomenon. That's right.
No, that event is one of the best ones of the year. Shame about the field though. I always feel like that's a field where they bring over quite a few Americans. Obviously, Bryson's won it in the past. Obviously, Cam Young was there, but outside of that, Tiger's played it. Obviously, bit of history on there with some of the shots being hit, like Monty's driver off the deck in like '96 or something, whenever that was.
Yeah, we'll have to try and find some pictures of the kind of all the before and afters. They must be knocking around like what was there before and what's there now is just
frightening.
Absolutely, it's terrifying, isn't it? Like how something can be built that quickly. Did you actually? Because you're saying that with the fields, it was weird. It had there were some really good players, and I suppose fortunately for DP World Tour, they actually did all come to the top pretty much. Maybe I'm not sure where Hatton finished. I'm not sure kind of where he ended.
Yeah, I think he finished 2 under, so he'd have been a bit off the pace.
If you got the top of the field, you've got Rory and my man Maronk. What more could you need?
Maron's a joke. He is a joke, that guy. You know what? For the DP World Tour, that was just a dream 2 weeks. Tommy and Rory down the last at Dubai Creek, and then Rory gets the win the following week. That's like the DP World Tour social media dream, dying out on that for the next 4 months, because they only seem to showcase Rory as it is. So at least when he's winning, they've got a good excuse.
Yeah, I have noticed they've been going like since last week. They've been going heavy on Tommy as well. It's like, Tommy, you win again. You're the poster boy again. Let's get you back on everything. Like, I'm literally not sitting off social media. It's been unbelievable. Oh man! Did you actually get to see any Rory?
I saw Rory on the range.
Best place to see him.
So, I actually think it is because you get to see more shots.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a weird way. Like, honestly, like whenever I go to a golf tournament, I always think it's good. I have a nice time, but if you actually want to watch the golf, like the best place to watch it is kind of on TV. Realistically,
It's on the TV. Yeah,
yeah.
It's stressful trying to watch golf and trying to follow them around, because you've got to always, like, if you want to watch them on the tee, especially Rory's group or Tommy's group, you've got to jump ahead at least a hole.
Yeah.
So then you stood there, like, waiting for them to come through. Obviously, the other 2 groups are going to come through. Then they hit a tee shot. Then you feel like you might want to run down the side to try and get close for the second shot. And the chances are you're going to miss it. So now they're on the green. And you think you spend half your time running around. You're not even seeing a shot.
No, and that's
in the big groups like that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're on the range, you can actually stand behind them and watch them. And Rory is one of those players who's like genuinely very impressive. Like, when you see him hit the ball, it's like,
yeah,
it's something to admire.
Yeah, I think him and Fleetwood, ball striking wise, is a joke. You can hear it from a mile away. It's just pure.
Yeah.
Rory's is a different noise, but for Tommy's is a noise, and then everyone else is next.
Right.
That's the way. That's a good explanation.
You know, the Andrew Carter scale of ball striking is honestly, it's something to behold. If you actually put
me and you are somewhere in there as well.
If we're on there, this is a big scale. This is like if Rory and Tommy are one end, then this scale must be like 4 miles long, and like we're on the other side.
It starts here in Dubai and it ends with you in Manchester. We're just at that end in Manchester, freezing our nuts off with our ball striking.
Oh dear! Oh man,
like Kieran's down in Dorset with his ball striking.
Nah, Kieran's not on this scale. With Kieran's ball striking, he's actually dug below this scale. He's actually underneath it.
He's holding the scale up.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to get out. How can I get back on the scale? Oh dear. Oh man. So we got Rory, you got Maronk, who was a joke. Anyone else you were watching who's impressive? I basically want an Andy Carr prediction for the 2024 season about who's going to be winning everything.
So I'm going to throw this out there. And I followed him. I played with him in Dubai last year. He took 1,000 dirhams off me, which I thought was very rude. He also did shoot 61. Why I thought we should have a competition, a match against each other, is beyond me.
That was fun.
I actually shot 69, which is like incredible for me, and I still lost by 8, which is ridiculous. Richard Mansell, so this was last year. He just about kind of got his card back, but he finished really, really strong. Had a good week at the Dubai Invitational. Decent week last week. I reckon he's gonna get his first win at some point this year.
Yeah, he's to be fair, he's got one of my favourite of like the young crop of DP World players. He's definitely got one of my favourite swings. He's just moved out there, hasn't he?
He probably would have done actually, yeah, because he does live out. He does love it out here.
Yeah, I think
just recently got married, so I'm not 100%. He just needs to get his trousers a little bit longer, but otherwise, outside of his dodgy fashion, he's a proper player.
Right, let's see. We're not allowed to talk about fashion in this podcast anymore.
All right, really? Why?
Apparently, and this I don't tell anyone. I think this is actually going to shock you, Carter. Apparently, I'm not the most fashionable golfer.
Who says that?
I know, right?
Maybe they're head testing.
How rude is that?
Who said you've got no fashion?
There's quite a few people actually. Yeah, it appears that there is a growing reservoir of opinion about this, which, you know what, is fine. I mean, look at me. How is this not fashionable?
That's billboard material right there.
It is. The guy putting up the billboard. With Tommy and Rory on there. Oh man, when are you back? When are you coming back?
A week today.
Ouch. Sorry.
Yeah. No. I've got three. We're playing. We've got Trump tomorrow, Dubai Hills, then we finish on Earth. I'm currently 5 off the lead after round 1.
Mate, that is amazing for you.
I know. I'm tied 6th going into round 2.
I'd say that. Top 10. Just mate, top 10. Bank that top 10.
There's only 11 of us.
You didn't need to volunteer that information.
That's all I want. I just want a top 10. Not a top 10.
I always used to do that, like when I was posting scores for like in videos and stuff. Like if it was a really small field, I'm like, what is the maximum amount of plays I can cut off to still make this look like normal? It's like, I'll finish 20th. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, top 20. It's literally 80 people playing.
Well, I am gonna release a video of all 4 rounds. Hashtag plug. And the
What have you got a YouTube channel?
I have actually. Yeah, you should check it out. It's
What's it called?
fantastic. It's fantastic for golf instruction,
Right.
and obviously fantastic golf with or without a hangover.
Right. Which of course you never will have because you're approaching this in such a professional manner.
Exactly.
So,
Andy Carter Golf is the place to be.
I mean, that's what I was trying to get at. I was trying to get you a free plug, but the way you danced around it, you almost lost it. Yeah, you almost lost the opportunity there.
I thought that, so I just jumped it back in quickly. I'm going to try. My goal for this week is finishing the red. Trump tomorrow, Hills, and then Earth. So if I can finish in the red for the week.
Well, you best get on the par before you get to the Earth course then.
Oh no, I'd fancy myself around Earth. I played it for 5 years.
It depends what tees you're playing off. Like if you're playing off the backs, then
Not the backs.
no. Hang on, you want the organisers of this?
Yeah, my travel company organises this. Yes.
So
Playgolfdubai.com.
See, now you're getting the hang of this. You're kind of getting the hang of what's going on. Oh, well, if you're setting it up, then all the pins are on the left of the green. Shift those tees up 50 yards. All right, okay, get it.
What I forgot to organise with the stim meter because I kept running everything past, and hence the 5-3 putts.
That's
I
nothing to do.
I get on the phone to Trump now and say, drop those back down to about 7, please.
That's nothing to do with the greens. Just your concrete hands when you got a putter in them.
Yeah, possibly. To be fair, I'm using a bit of a concoction of clubs. Titleist sent me out the new Vokies, so I unwrapped them on the fairway of the first hole because they just look so nice in the wrapper.
What, the 10s?
Yeah,
I've not even got them.
they're amazing.
Yeah,
they're amazing. I'm using a borrowed putter, which is okay.
Okay.
But it's very similar to mine. So really, in essence, a 3-putt with mine, a 3-putt with this potato.
They'll do the same job then. Let's face it.
I'm a TSI driver from a couple of years ago as well. So it's a bit of and I've got the old Nike Bluey over here as well. I'll leave the Nike Bluey over here.
What, just out on the street? See if anyone picks it up.
I'll just leave with the lads. I just get reunited with it twice a year when I come back.
Oh, that's cute. Hey, listen, long distance relationships can work.
Yeah.
It's nice to see it's not going anywhere else though. Well, it stayed loyal. Respect that.
It stayed loyal. Couple more roof marks every time I come back on it.
Oh, it's been sneaking out, has it?
It's been sneaking out to play.
Understandable.
And by the looks of things, against its will, because I'm pretty sure it doesn't want any roofies. No one wants a roofie.
I think that's something
that went off on a tangent.
I think that's something we can all agree on. Right, so when you're getting back, we should probably try and get a game in if you want a game, because I don't want to scare cart, but I'm feeling confident this year.
You say that every year, Pete.
You know what? I really don't. Like, this is the first year I've actually said it.
No, you say it every year. You put up some nice, pretty pictures from your golf simulator and go, look at me, I can hit straight balls on my golf simulator. And then you get on the golf course and whoosh,
Right,
I'm like,
dog leg right, dog leg left. I know what I'm doing.
I'm like, oh, there he is. He's back.
It doesn't take long. It really, really doesn't take very long. Right, man.
I'm ready. We don't want to play. We don't want to have a match in February in the UK. So I mean, we can go away somewhere.
Go somewhere else. I'll come over to Dubai. Get by yourself to Dubai.
I'm in.
Okay.
Play
Cool.
golf. I can sort it out.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've had a look at the TripAdvisor scores. A little bit funky.
We block those ones. It can only be a good score.
No, I'll keep changing my email. So I'm gonna let you go, mate. Play well in the next few days. Rest up.
Thank you. I'm genuinely actually going to bed very soon.
Good. I think you should.
By the way,
Thanks. Thanks for that. What do you want to do? Do you want to read your bedtime story? I'll tell you what. I'll get off this. You can give me another call, and I'll read Winnie the Pooh for you. How's that?
I literally just read that to my daughter, but okay.
Don't know what to say. Andy, we'll see you in a bit. We'll go play guest the player. Carl, I'll see you in a bit. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello and
Bye.
welcome to the 2024 Rough Cut Open, the game where your knowledge of golf history is more important than your ability to actually hit the ball. How the game works. At the end of each episode, I describe the life and career of a famous golfer, and after each clue, these accomplished professionals write down who they think it is. However many hints it takes them to get home is how many shots they took on that hole. So, if you get to par 5 after just 4 clues, you would finish that hole in 1 under par. Here are the current standings. Let's rejoin the action as the players tee off.
So this week's Discord player was Jordan from Northern Ireland, who
Jordan.
who currently lives in Delaware.
Wow. Delaware is...
God, he's gonna be like Graham McDowell, isn't he? Bit of a blended.
That blended accent.
He did have a very nice accent. I spoke to him yesterday, and he completed this par 4 very respectably. I'm not going to tell you what he got because you're about to play against him.
Okay.
Let's go.
Shot number 1. Oh, the rules will have come up by now.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We'd have done that.
Shot number 1. Long par 4. Like long.
Now, last
Straight,
week
though, quite
we had a
straight.
historic run of facts. I think we were all in agreement that was probably the strongest performance from our greenkeeper.
Your best.
That was
one.
your best design hole.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see if this hole continues. Could we have one of the great stretches of holes that we've seen in the
It's
modern
hard
era?
to keep up signature holes. That's what I found in golf courses.
Could this be the little corner? That,
This might just be a straightforward slog. This one.
The Mick Mile.
470 yards.
Coming
of
soon.
Just straight.
Yeah.
Just like a few trees.
we played a nice one, and now it's like.
I'm actually also going to be redesigning 3 of the holes at Reddish and calling it the Mick Mile. So look forward to that. Shot number 1.
Mick Corner. Should have said that.
This person has Portuguese, Swedish, and Sicilian ancestry, according to Ancestry.com.
Really?
Did you get a free subscription from that?
According to his family tree.
Well, I've been into the archives
According
of this
to his
player
mother.
and looked back in their family history and
So-
found Portuguese, Swedish, and Sicilian.
That says to me that he's not going to be any of those things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
So I would say he's going to be American. I'm going to say Stuart Sink.
You're not supposed to say your answer
I don't think it matters.
I am that confident. I'm just going to say it.
Right, if you're playing along on the old interwebs or in your car or on the underneath in the comment section underneath this video,
Portuguese.
how it works is you put your name of your player, and then the next clue you either put another name or you put a line, if you think you've got it.
Portuguese. Swedish.
Swiss.
No, Swedish.
I
Yeah.
thought you said Swiss.
No, and
No,
Sicilian.
I read it twice.
They're different countries.
Both times I said Sweden.
I thought you just could have sworn you said Swiss.
Do you want me to rewind the tape?
Swedish. I know. I should have done it. Swedish. I got a bit of a sore throat.
That's my accent, is it?
I got a bit of a sore throat. My thingies.
Right, here we go.
Can't do the London accent.
Everyone got one?
No, hang on.
Come on, put a shot down. Hurry up, you're on the clock.
Peter Hansen.
God, this is like JB Holmes at the Open at Royal Portrush. Everyone's teed off and he's still picking his club.
Yeah, I've put a name.
2 iron off the tee.
Okay.
Shot 2. This player won the Northern Telecom Open in Tucson, Arizona, earning him a 2-year PGA Tour exemption. He didn't make a cut in those 2 years, but he did finish as low amateur at that year's Masters. This player won the Northern Telecom Open in Tucson, Arizona, earning him a 2-year PGA Tour exemption. He didn't make a cut in those 2 years, but he did finish as low amateur at that year's Masters.
Ooh, that was... Ooh.
Listen, I can't see the bottom of the pin. But I've a
Peter
great second
Finch.
shot.
Peter Finch is very confident. Very, very confident. He's put his pen down.
Should he not be that confident?
Well, we've only got 2 clues, and I told you it was a long one. So
He seemed pretty confident.
I think I've figured out the way that mixed questions work. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, when you play a game for long enough, you can figure out what the AI is thinking.
Yeah.
you think you suss me?
I don't know, but this is a solid 70% guess.
Wow, real confident. If it came straight out the middle, flew towards the pin, little fade. You know the way the green works.
I've gone for a player, but I don't think
Who
you know who
made-
this player is.
Who made no cuts in their first 2 years? It's not very good, that.
Bit shoddy. To be
And
honest.
then put something together at the Masters. But then also he could have been... All the amateurs could have been crap.
Maybe he didn't make the cut at the
Yeah,
Masters.
that's true, yeah. Probably didn't. Huh?
So
He did.
are you saying that he'd have played on the PGA Tour?
Yeah.
So, right.
Who did you have?
Can I say?
Your local pro from home.
Matteo Manacero.
Wow.
That's niche, isn't it? How niche is that?
I thought that was a source.
Do you know? Yeah, I was about to say you don't know who that is.
It's just because you know Sicily's in Italy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And I
Okay.
thought he was Swiss.
Who knows?
He's such an idiot. Everyone got one?
Yeah, why not?
Excellent. Shot number 3. This is for Birdie. He appeared as himself in a non-speaking role in the 1996 film Tin Cup, starring Kevin Costner. He appeared as himself in a non-speaking role in the 1996 film Tin Cup, starring Kevin Costner. Pete's not writing anything, which means he's very confident.
Yeah, I think he's...
80%.
80%?
This doesn't help when I've not seen Tin Cup. So.
Jordan said he'd seen...
Yeah, I know.
What?
No, I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen Tin Cup either.
How did you hire these people?
What is it? I'm assuming it's a golf film.
Yeah.
It's the golf film. It's Happy Gilmore before Happy Gilmore, and it's
Oh,
way better.
really?
Yeah, and it's got Kevin Costner in it. It's a ledge.
And this guy.
And this guy.
Matteo
Was this
Manacero.
guy in Happy Gilmore? Because then I might know.
And today's player is Shooter McGavin.
I
Should have done
might-
that
I
for
actually
one.
might have
That
that.
should have been one you should have done. That would have been good.
I might save that for later.
Why have you not seen Tin Cup?
Because I was born in 1997 and I don't care. I don't know.
I have no idea.
When did it come out?
96.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. I was -1.
I was -3.
I'm sorry.
Have you seen Great Escape?
Yeah.
Mo.
I didn't realise it was a rule
What?
that you couldn't watch any film that was out before your birth.
That's how I go.
Wow, interesting.
You've seen Matrix 1?
Mo.
Definitely. Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you
You've
have.
not seen the
Right,
movie?
let's
No,
go,
I
let's go,
haven't.
let's go. Come on.
I don't watch
Who
films.
is this person?
I don't watch films.
What? Have you played Pac-Man?
Yep.
Right, there you go. Got you.
That's not a film. Actually, it probably is now.
This is your tap in for par. Everyone got a name, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Excellent.
why
Tap
not?
in for par. Shot number 4. By the way, David got this in 1.
No, he didn't.
David got a hole in 1. In the third round of the 2018 US Open, this player did something that caused Butch Harmon to say he should have been disqualified. Instead, he got a 2-stroke penalty. In the third round of the 2018 US Open, this player did something that caused Butch Harmon to say he should have been disqualified.
By the way,
Instead, will you wait till I finish my clue?
he's still going.
Instead, he got a 2-stroke penalty. Now I'm finished.
I'm currently high-fiving the fans around.
Yeah,
I had a slow start to this round, but I am picking up the pace, boys. Screw you, Discord. Come for you next.
Mate, I'm struggles.
Struggle City, brother.
I've had enough of losing this year. This year is the year that I'm winning everything.
You won last year.
I didn't win well enough.
I want to batter all of you.
Yeah.
You beat Jacob by like 4 shots.
I want this
And
to
me
be.
by like 20.
I want this to be the Tiger Woods year for me.
Yeah, this is like laughing in reporters' faces when they
I
say
want-
you're not going to win.
Yeah, I want this to be the Michael Schumacher year for me.
Oh God.
I want this to be the
Phelps.
Tyson era. You know, I just
Just
domination.
Just ruthless.
2000 or Titleist Rory.
So let's walk back to Titleist Rory.
Right, let's go.
Okay, so if you haven't got it yet, you are going to be over par for this hole. Shot number 5, your bogey shot. This player has finished second at the US Open a record 6 times. This player has finished second at the US Open a record 6 times. No movement on the table. Peter's very confident. He thinks he's got it. Kieran and Jacob are stumped.
I've left it since the birdie.
You've left it since the birdie.
What, since Manasera?
Yeah.
Since Manasera.
No, that was eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have I got that right?
No, don't
Yeah, I
help
do, you
him.
know
This
what,
is
though.
match play. This is
Sorry.
ruthless match play.
And my poker face is
Yeah.
I think I'm okay. I don't know.
I've either got a double or I've birdied it.
Yeah, I've parred it if I've got it. So, which
okay.
doesn't matter because Pete's got it. So
Let's go.
I've
If
lost the hole
If
anyway.
Pete got it in 2, then you've all lost.
Yeah.
Apart from the Discord. Shot number 6. Right, this is your last shot. This is the worst you can do is double on the hole. Here we go. Raised in Scottsdale, Arizona, this controversial golfer has made many enemies and many more fans. This player is right-handed golfer, lefty, Phil Mickelson.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I didn't get a birdie, so it doesn't matter.
yeah.
How did you do, Peter?
Oh yeah. I've been patiently waiting by the side of this green forever.
Yeah. Hurry up, this lot.
I've been.
Okay, who did you have? Don't
Having my
scrunch it up. Tell me who you had.
Well, I had Phil Mickelson, but I had it as a par, so it's.
Oh, you got Phil Mickelson.
Let's see.
You got Phil as a par.
He hasn't got it. Yeah, exactly.
Such a liar.
I had John Daly.
John Daly.
No, I
Okay.
had Dustin Johnson.
Am I thinking that you've written John for every single hole that we've ever played? Have you written John Daly?
But the beauty of it is when it is John Daly,
He won't
he's
have
making
it.
a hole in one.
He'll change his answer. Okay, so yes, his parents come from a combination of Portugal, Sweden, and Sicily. I think you would have got. Did you get it on Sicily?
I didn't realise you had 3
I
parents.
didn't. Yeah.
He doesn't know. The second clue: this player won the Northern Telecom Open. Was that one that he won as an amateur in 1991?
That's the one. That's the one I knew.
As if he then didn't
Yes,
make a
he-
cut.
He
Yeah,
didn't
that's what threw me because I thought,
Yeah,
how
he didn't make any cuts.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he finished low amateur at the Masters where he didn't make the cut. He appeared as himself in the kind of last 3 minutes on the final green of Tin Cup. You can see him in the background. He doesn't say anything.
Don't know.
In the 3rd round of the US Open, he hit his ball while it was moving.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Shinnecock? I think it was a Shinnecock.
Brooks won it. 2018.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. It was going past the hole.
it was.
Wasn't it? And then
It
he
was.
just came back.
It was
and-
about to go down the hill, and he hit it again. And Butch Harmon said they should have disqualified him. Instead, he got a
I do
two-shot
remember,
penalty. He hasn't completed the career Grand Slam because he's finished second at the US Open 6
I
times,
probably
and that's the
should've-
one he needs to
I
win.
probably should have got that.
And my first clue was going to be this player is right-handed. But
Wait, did you say that?
Yes.
About the Grand Slam.
no.
Oh,
No, he
so why did
didn't
you
say
say
that.
then?
He's finished second at the US Open 6 times.
If you
Yeah.
just said that.
Yeah,
to
if I'd have
complete the
given,
Grand Slam,
if I'd
I
have
was going
given,
to say if you
yeah.
said that, yeah, so,
yeah, you would have got it.
so that was irrelevant. Okay.
Well, not entirely irrelevant. And then his dad was right-handed, and he learned golf by mirroring his dad's golf swing, which is why he learned to hit the ball left-handed, even though he's right-handed.
Oh, Phil.
What?
Yeah, there you go. I had
So he
also
is right-handed. He had a dad who played right-handed, but
yeah.
he thought
he
As in
learned
mirrored him.
He learned by literally watching his dad and copying him, but the other way around. So that's why he learned to hit left-handed.
What did the Discord get?
The Discord bogeyed the hole.
Oh.
So Peter Finch earns himself a point.
Honestly, I've had enough.
Excellent.
So just to confirm
Dominations.
now, that puts Pete
So that
one
puts
up?
that puts the Discord at 2, Pete at 1,
Right,
and you
us
two
at
and you
0.
two at 0. All right, you got to win the hole to get a point.
Modified match play.
Yeah,
Got you.
the Rough Cut Open Year 2 Modified Match Play Edition.
Cool. Great stuff.
Excellent.
Sounds like you're
Well
still
done.
making it up as you're going along, mate.
I'll take all square. Happy with that.
Well done, mate. That was another good
Yeah,
good one.
that was a good one. That is excellent because I understood the clue. I've definitely broken your system now.
You reckon?
I've been studying.
So what gave it away?
It was, well,
Well, it's just knowledge, isn't it? Like,
I just knew it was.
So obviously,
knowledge.
there's a certain amount of, not every time.
We'll give it away. I knew.
Yeah, I just knew the answer. Every now and again, obviously, it's quite topical. So we just had an amateur win. He was the last amateur to
must
win.
have mentioned that probably.
He made this on Friday. He did this on Friday.
I made it on Friday before that happened.
Before any of this history happened.
How weird's that?
Do you remember when we finished the last one? I said, "Oh, what I tend to do is kind of put too much weighting on like current affairs in golf and try."
Yeah.
I should have done it this time.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But as soon as, because I knew you were going to try, because he obviously, when he won the event, he stayed amateur, and then he got the exemptions. So why would someone win a tour event and be low amateur at the Masters?
Because he didn't take his professional status for
Right.
ages.
So I knew that as well.
So he was, well, he was essentially a pro, so to speak, but just didn't drop the amateur part.
Yeah, no, he stayed amateur.
He didn't turn pro until
I mean, in like
he was good enough.
ability and like mentality and
Yeah. He won. That was a tour event. He won a PGA.
No, I understand the premise. We did just speak about
He
it.
got the best score
Yeah.
that week.
Yeah.
And
So he was at the top.
Winner.
Right.
He
okay.
hit fewer shots than everyone else.
And he got the trophy he got was it's like an old Spanish helmet.
Right.
And it's so awkward because in the trophy presentation, he lifts it up like he's going to put it on, thinks better of it, and he ends up like just holding this helmet.
Yeah, weird.
Like a gladiator, he's just slain.
It's very strange.
So weird.
So well done, Jordan. Excellent work. Well done, Peter, for winning the hole.
Thank you very
2
much.
to the Discord, 1 to Peter, and nil point to you two jokers.
Hey.
Can we have a rating on the clues?
No, it's good. It's good, mate. It's good.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
Again, it all just came down to knowledge.
Yeah,
That's the only reason he got it.
I do have to say, I think your clues this year, I think your course design has stepped up a huge notch.
Okay, good. I wanted to maintain the level of Jason Day last week into this week.
It's like
I'm glad I've kind of...
No one remembers their first course design.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
Alistair
Jack-
McKenzie didn't make Augusta first. Let's
Exactly.
be honest.
Like he made Reddish Vale. Like, it's like
Year 1, you were Reddish Fair.
exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Now,
Do you know what that would do though? That would completely change the fact of like whenever we go like, oh, the 18th is mirrored off the last. It was like, no, the 18th at Augusta is mirrored off the 18th at Reddish Vale.
so I actually think I'm not saying this is Augusta yet, okay?
Okay.
But I think you're kind of moving into some good Mackenzie designs here.
Starting to... I've got a Redan coming up.
You might be heading over to Moortown. That wasn't Mackenzie.
That wasn't That was Jill Hands.
Jill Hands.
No,
CB McDonald.
the original...
But Jill Hands does use them.
He does, yeah. The original Redan was at North Berwick, and I can't remember who designed it. I don't think it was Old Tom.
Can you
It
please
wasn't
tell
Old
us
Tom. It's
why
the
it's
only one he
called a
didn't...
Redan?
He didn't design.
It's named after a type of fortification, which I think was mostly used in the Crimean War.
Thank you very much.
And welcome back to the
Is that
Apple...
true?
Yeah, it's a bank. So the front of the green is like a bank up, and then the green slopes away from that bank. And that's a Redan design. And like
And you can have a reverse Redan as well, or a backwards Redan.
Inverse Redan.
Inverse Redan.
Inverse Redan.
The only reason why I teed him up is because there were Redan greens at the park, and he said that fact on the video, so I knew he knew.
Honestly, I don't know if we've mentioned this on the podcast before. I am determined, whenever we get some spare time,
What's that?
to create this like incredibly nerdy golf channel.
For God's sake.
Like, so
People have been asking for it.
yeah, we're gonna finish on this. Let me know what you think. Okay, so I'm thinking of a YouTube channel and associated social medias where it's incredibly nerdy stuff that very few people are going to sit down and think, oh, you know, what shall I watch tonight? Shall I watch the new Gladiators? Shall I watch that Michelle Keegan Abomination, which is on? Whatever they want to call it. Or should I watch 5 types of grass from the Northwest Hemisphere
Oh, God.
on greens?
Yeah.
Which have just been holotiped. Cool. I want to watch a 3-hour video on core samples from the best golf course in the world, the greens. So here is a core sample from Augusta.
Why have you got the voice?
Because that's the voice.
That's the comment voice, isn't it?
I want to use my lecture professor voice.
Okay.
And like different types of sand in
Oh,
bunkers.
God, yeah.
Like the types of sand.
Can we
that
call
you
the
use.
series Core Blimey?
Stop it. And we get Sandy Greens back to do it all.
Oh, God.
Oh, honestly. And like just the type of polymer that's used on a ball. Like, just
Flag stitching profiles.
Just like, the most stupid dimple patterns.
Oh, God, hexagonal over
We analysed the
circular.
top 50 dimple patterns on golf balls. Like, something which is so stupid and so niche and so specific
Counterweighting.
that no one will watch, but at the same time,
You'll enjoy making it.
you'll probably watch. The thing is,
God, here he goes.
This is just right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you later.
This is what we're going to finish.
I'm just going to fade Pete's microphone.
This is what we're going to finish on, and please just let me say this. Let me say this last bit.
Start playing the Oscars scene.
I want an
Get off the
understanding. I
stage.
want an understanding of what people think. Okay, you're scrolling through YouTube. Okay, or social. You're scrolling through social. Okay, video pops up, and it's the types of sand used in the bunkers at this year's majors.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
it.
That's
Pictures
weird.
of 4 bunkers.
Yeah.
Okay. Would that make you stop and go, okay?
Yeah, I'd like
Yeah,
it.
maybe.
You know what I'd do? I'd double tap it to get the little like heart to come up, and then I'd hit the little bookmark button to come back for later and watch it again.
And that's what this channel's about. Bookmarks.
Yeah, but that video would have been like 30 seconds. You're talking about grass for 3 hours.
I can condense it.
3 hours.
Types of Grass Part 1.
Every shot shown. Gone wrong.
This is going to be the side where we play Augusta. Call samples from 1 to 6 at Augusta. Let's analyse the differences between these call samples. This green was laid down in 2019.
Want to pure your irons? Play only courses with this graph profile.
When my betting tips come around this year, I'm going to start taking that into account.
Yeah.
Shambo is great off Bermuda.
Yeah.
Get on him.
That's a real thing. Anyway, guys.
That is a real thing. On greens,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, these guys just been chatting on for too long.
Yeah,
right,
shut
I'm going to... God, come on, guys, let's end this. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you, Andrew, for popping on. Huge thank you once again to everyone in the Discord for playing. Big thank you to Mick for organising the quiz. But the biggest thank you of all goes to you guys watching and listening at home. I hope you have a wonderful week, that it brings you everything that you want. And if you're playing this weekend, then go low. Thanks very much. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.